Hi y'all, it's Koala Chick. I was recently at my local gaming store and I came across these little cat figures. They look so cute, but I just wanted to add my own flair to one of these cuties. So I opened it up, filmed the opening, and promptly lost the footage. But here it is, a little storm cloud cat. Now for the pros. It's just so cute, I could just snuggle it. And that lightning bolt, oh, I can already see it as a sorcerer or a storm druid. And for the cons, yeah, there's not much wrong with it. I just wanted it as a base for my character. I told my niece Taboto what I was doing and asked her to make me a drawing. Look how cute. Oh, I just have to make it now. First thing I did was take some green stuff and start sculpting. This was tricky as green stuff is terrible for sculpting. Perhaps once I get more confidence, I can buy some epoxy sculpt, but for these simple accessories, I didn't feel it was necessary. I added Gazer's holy symbol, a green leaf, since she'll be a druid. I gave her a flower hat because it's cute, plus some bracelets made of grass because, again, cute. I realized I never removed the goofy face. Well, better late than never. Oh, hold up. That face isn't painted on, it's sculpted. So before going further, I wanted to change the expression. A lot of this was out of frame, but I basically filled the mouth with green stuff. Once the mouth was flat, I made 2 small balls of the green stuff and placed it on to make a poofy muzzle. I then used a tiny bit of green stuff for a nose. Once dry, I then covered it in gesso to just make it all one cat. I did one layer, then another layer, then another, and another, and another.
Get on with it! Yes! Get on with it!
Next, I did a gradient. I made a white with just a hint of purple and covered the cat's underside. I made a slightly darker off-white and put it just above the white. Then I dipped each side of the paintbrush in each color and swiped back and forth until I was happy with the blend. Next was a light gray with some purple, repeating the previous steps. Finally, I finished off with a dark gray. After that dried, I did the same thing on another layer to further the blend, and another, and And you get the point. Now the whole thing is dry and it's time to add some details. I start by painting the strap a very dark green. This way it's shadowed once I paint on more details. Now this requires a steady hand, but my hands aren't steady. You see that white container in the background? It's a homemade wet palette. It's a Chinese food container, wet paper towels, some wax paper and a lid. Why that instead of an actual wet palette?
Recycle, reduce, reuse, and close the loop.
Well, that's only part of it. It's cheaper and pretty much the same thing, but it has the fur color saved, so I can fix my mistake. Whew! After the paint, I added a wash to the details to pop them out a bit more. Time for the eyes. I start with just the white base coat. I then add my color, being careful to stay within the sculpted lines. I want a gradient from green to yellow, but I really don't have much room. A better idea would have been to use some sealant, then mask off the eyes, but that idea and the sealant didn't come until later. Here's where things went a bit icky. I tried to add a bit of brown to the eyes and as a wash, and I just didn't like it. It looked wonky and alien, but I kept playing with it and I did some dry brushing later to fix it. Eventually, I was happy with it. Time to add the pupil and the highlight, and time for some finishing touches. After spraying with Testor's Spray Liqueur Dullcoat, it's time for Pastels. I've never done this before, but I've seen it used for miniatures, figures, and dolls plenty of times, so I know it'll work. The color is a bit too vibrant at the moment, but another spray will calm it down and seal it in. Just as a bit of a joke, I put some on the lightning bolts and it stuck, Whoa, it's pink now! I'm going to do this on some clear minis I have and see how it looks. I'll do another video on that, or perhaps just a YouTube short. Another coat of varnish and it's done! I know most people do many coats of sealants and pastels, but I wanted the colors to be muted. I put a clear coat on the eyes and the lightning bolts. I love her. Her name is Nephele, after the Greek goddess of the clouds. Her friends call her Nephi for short. I made a Pathfinder 2E NPC stat block for her as an awakened cat with druidic abilities. Let me know if you incorporate her into your game as a helpful NPC. Perhaps she gives your players a quest to save the environment or to prevent the gods' wrath. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay safe and keep playing. Bye-bye!